we on? Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the business end of Rigas Rudens 2024 from the sports arena of Ogre, where we're going to see the home team, Ogre Moments, taking on Latvians, Salaspils, Frisbija clubs, where we are going to negotiate the third place and the bronze medal match in this tournament. Looks like Salaspils is going to start on defense and Moments are going to be on offense. It's going to be an exciting game of all of the players who know each other extremely well. They know their abilities, and let's see what adjustments will both of the teams make in order to get the upper hand on their opposition. I'm Dmitry Doroshenko, excited to bring that game to you. And very happy to be commentating from the halls of Ogre. Moments from the end zone. Kalavanova with the disc and getting it into Gundega Pastore for the first clean hold of the game. 1-0, 35-minute games, just to remind you. Game 2-11, and we are going to play cap +1, regardless of the score. Apologies, my bad. Games for the first and third place in those divisions going to be played to 13 points. Time cap is 35 minutes, so longer games as well. There will be a half-time cap as well after 7 points or 20 minutes. 1 minute timeout per team and each half, so 2 per game virtually. Thank you very much for our lovely scorekeepers for keeping the scores and correcting me on the rules. After playing loads of games under the same rules, changing that a little bit could be confusing, but you are now, of course, updated. We've got a long shot for Gusare, close to the end zone, well held on to it, and a nice toe near the sideline. Now Grabe with the disc, pushes it to Buldure and into the end zone for Helena Orlovska. And Buldure there celebrating on the floor after getting a little bit out of balance on that throw. But good start for Salaspils as well. 1 each. And we've got 2 clean holds on our hands. Salaspils, of course, as the powerhouse of Latvian Ultimate, would love to be a little bit higher than that, than playing for the third place, but that is also quite a respectful result for them. Ogre Moments losing 2 games yesterday in Universe Point, unfortunately also finding themselves on the bottom part of the top 4, and beautiful scuba by our lovely organizer Linda Gulbe to Gundega Pastore for another clean hold. So 2-1 is the score. Lovely scuba, great read by Gundega, and Arefjeva putting lots of pressure on that reception in the end zone, but found herself a little bit out of position to be contending for that defense. Pastore, after doing it on offense, is going to get on offensive line as well. Gulbe, same thing for her. And a first turnover for Salaspils. Podema, unfortunately, that disc was a little bit too low for her. And there was a drop for her. Beautiful break backhand for Linda Gulbe into the end zone for Melania Kalavanova. And Ogre are pulling ahead by 1. And Grabe here on the sideline, quite upset about that throw, as it was a little bit too low for Podema, and bounces off her hand for a turnover and a break for Moments. Beautiful point for Kalavanova, celebrating that there on the replay. Aglita, one of the younger players on Moments squad, Gonna send the pull. Podama to Arefjeva. Great fake by Arefjeva, but going back to Gusare. Gusare to Podama. Podama with a blade into the end zone for Buldere, but out of bounds. Second turnover of the game, and the second one for Salaspils. My apologies, that was Evija Arste earlier, as I called her with an incorrect name, my bad. And a bit of a discussion. And the disc is going to go back. Looks like a possible contact or a push-off. And Arefjeva there with the defense. Gulbe there generating a turnover, and Salaspils have an opportunity of holding that point. Grabe is making good on her earlier mistake with a throwaway and getting a defense in front of Arste. Gulbe into the end zone and just saving that point, Kalavanova. And Buldere quite upset there, of course, of not getting the defense. And yeah, my apologies for the previous point, as I mixed up some of the names. And of course, Evija Arste was on that line. Moments pulling ahead now, 3-point deficit for Salaspils. And Gundaga Pastore with the pull. Grabe to receive. To Jakovele on the far side line right now. Very emphatic fakes, and Grabe once again makes a mistake to Gasine, and Gasine is not able to catch that disc behind her back. Samiete now starting the offense to Aglite, back to Samiete, and now close on the doorstep for Ruta Butane with the disc. Now finally finds a bit of a breather with Goldova. Travel is going to be called on that throw. Goldova gonna contest, but the disc will still go back to her. The stall count is going to be 1 probably. Goldova finds Samiete on the doorstep of the end zone, and into Guntaga Pastore. Pastore looking at the options, nothing in the end zone, but initiates Butane, and she is managing to hold on to that disc. Not an easy grab, and very unfortunate for Salaspils, generating another turnover and giving a huge lead to Moments. There is a timeout being called by the coach of Salaspils, Yanis Bernans. Yeah, looks like they need to recollect themselves, get a bit of a breather, maybe just some calm words from the coach are needed there. But I'm sure that Ogre ladies are absolutely elated of leading this match by 4 points in just 10 minutes of this game. They are, of course, also turned over the disc a few times, but that was only on their break opportunities. But for Salaspils, unfortunately, they have turned over the disc on their own offense more than once. Looks like some adjustments are being made to the line Pastore with the disc, sending the pull. Gusara gonna field that. To Arste. And to Podoma. Podoma doesn't really see any options. Finally finds Arste. Arste into the end zone for Arefjeva, and Arefjeva on a chase, and a great grab in the end zone. Looks like some questions are going to be asked about if it was in or out. We're going to watch a quick replay of that, and that is perfectly in for Arefjeva. Most of these ladies, of course, played recently on the beaches of Portimao for a beach tournament, and looks like maybe for Salaspils switching the surface is a little bit harder than for Moments, who kept training indoors since approximately middle of September. And Salaspils, Gasina with the pull. It's going to be taken by Eglite. She finds Kalavanova, and Kalavanova into the end zone for Samiete for a perfect two-throw score. 6-2. Great vibes in the arena as many games are finishing up, and the arena is filling up for what promises to be great finals. We have this bronze medal match. Right after that, we're going to play the men's bronze medal match, where we're going to have Salaspils, if I'm not mistaken, once again. No, I stand corrected. Apologies, Vorai and Vikifors. But for now, the bronze medal match, Arste into the end zone for Arefjeva, and Arefjeva is finding the disc in the end zone the second time in a row for another offensive hold of Salaspils. Looks like they have finally collected themselves. Now they need to generate some defensive pressure. And looks like some adjustments are being made on the D-line of Salaspils. Grabe, normally an offensive player, is going to take on the defensive role. Hugging the disc on your screens, getting ready to pull. Gasine are going to stay on for the second point. Gusare, Arste, and Jakovele. On Ogre, we've got Gulbe, Kalavanova, Eglite, Samiete. Everybody's getting a touch of the disc right now. Second touch for Gulbe, and Gulbe into the end zone for Kalavanova. That's going to be a point. Ruta Butane was not initiated during this point, but also was, I'm sure, was creating the spaces on the field. And we're going to have a halftime, 7-3. Salaspils finding themselves at trailing by 4 points on Ogre. And Ogre, perfect start, perfect first half for them. Yes, a few turnovers, but only on the defense. Ogre getting ready for their pool to start us off with the second half of this game. Eglite with the pull. Very good pull. She's also being cheered by her teammates. Buldure with the first cuts. Looking for Gusare. Gusare to Arste. Blades. Not an easy grab. And Orlovska now in the middle to Gusare. To Buldure. And Arefjeva once again is hunting for another point in the end zone, but quite a good coverage of Pastore, and instead Gusare went into the end zone, but Samiete knocked it away. Arste and Gusare slap of the hands. Arste also apologizing for this errant throw. We are going to, Gulbe gonna check the disc in, take to Skuber, but goes to Eglite instead in her own end zone, Callahan territory. That would definitely lift the spirits up of Salaspils. But Gulbe getting out of the end zone now with Kalavanova with the disc to the near sideline for Pastore. And to Kalavanova on a chase. Whoa! Incredible athleticism, and she's managing to stay in, but looks like the questions are going to be asked if that disc was indeed in or out, as she has maybe jumped just out, so maybe as she has caught the disc, she actually was out. But no, it's going to be called in. And an errant throw from Gulbe, seems like, to Pastore is going to be a turnover and a first break opportunity for Salaspils. Arste with the disc. Finds Gusare in her own end zone. Orlovska high disc for her, but well taken. Arefjeva getting involved as well. Arste once again getting the disc to Gusare. Low disc and a great grab by Gusare. Amazing. Great layout. Orlovska now and Blade. And Arefjeva managing to hold on to the disc. Oh my god. Lots of emotions, of course, of the rebound of Pastore. If you haven't seen yesterday's last game in the women's division, that reminds me. Go watch that again. There are some other amazing plays as well. But well done to Arefjeva to hold on to that disc. Incredible awareness and great juggling action there for her. Grabe, ready to pull. Gulbe to start the offense. Gets to Butane. Butane, very active mark by Grabe. High still count. Now just on the side. And Pastore to Gulbe into the end zone for 8-4 score. We see Arvids Karklinch cheering on his teammates. Always a great support, of course, from all of the Salaspils squad. I think Ogre are now playing in the other location of Ogre, so not there to cheer on their ladies. And Gasina now with the disc, looking for something. High still count, but Gusare finally finds the disc and finds some space. Buldure to Gasina. Gasina can't really find anything, and goes into the end zone for Buldure and for a great score. Very high still counts. Looks like Moments are covering the spaces a little bit better than Salaspils do on the defense, and Salaspils are feeling a little bit more staggered there. But moments. Also asking questions a little bit as some of these discs actually were allowed to be thrown. But well done by Gasina. Great patience and nice throw into the end zone for Buldure. Slap of the hands with Arefjeva, and we are ready for the next point. Gulbe is going to field that to Samiete, and once again to Gulbe. Gulbe, wanted that scuba once again, and looks like a travel is going to be called by Jakovele. So the disc is going to go back, despite Samiete and Pastore continued playing. So yeah, a couple passes back, with a travel being called by Jakovele. Oh, an errant scuba by Gulbe, and that gives an opportunity for Salaspils for a break. Jakovele, great break for Grabe. Grabe once again in the handling position, but this time on defense. Jakovele fakes once, twice. Still looking for options. Another great break by her. And Podoma to Arste. Arste with a hammer into the end zone for Buldure. Buldure is on fire at the moment. And yeah, Salaspils is pulling one back. 8-6. Plenty of time to play. Plenty of points to getting played. Still can have an amazing matchup in this game. Karklinch giving some instructions to his teammates. And Gasine ready to pull. And that pull is too high, and Gulbe going to call a brick. Gulbe marked by Orlovska. Now finds Cynthia Lepina, and oof! Great effort. That's an amazing effort by Pastore. Not many players are that brave to throw the body around on the hard floors of indoor fields. And yeah, Cynthia tried to get that scuba into the end zone, but yeah, maybe a little bit hot-headed over there. So Gasine, blade to Arste, to Podoma. To Busare, and Busare into the end zone for Orlovska for another break. So 2 breaks in a row for Salaspils now. And yeah, that game is getting heated up. That is for sure. Ogra players cheering on each other, asking for maybe a little bit of calamity, but a great high grab by Helena Orlovska in the end zone. Under pressure from Linda Gulbe in the end zone. Grabe with a pull. Great pull as well in the coffin corner there. So Aglite, long shot for Kalavanova, and it's going to be knocked away by Podoma. Arste is going to pick up. Is it going to be 3 on the bounce? Not like that, unfortunately, and that disc hits the floor before it hit hands of Buldure. Arste very, very unhappy about that, and Evia would definitely be trying to get it back with the defense. Kalavanova now. High grab. Gets to Gets it to Pastore. Pastore to Kalavanova. To Gulbe. Gulbe to Pastore. Pastore with a hammer, high hammer. Eglite manages to hold on to it. And Eglite with a hammer to Pastore for an amazing point and an amazing throw over there. Well done to Kalavanova to hold on to this disc. 2 hammers, very, very difficult grabs. Loads of pressure from Salaspils ladies, but managing to pluck it out of the sky, maybe with a little bit of contact. But not an easy one there. Gasine with the disc, surveying her option. Can't really find anything. Finally finds Orlovska in the middle of the field. Orlovska getting to the other side. Ooh, Arefjeva, great grab in front of Gulbe. Goes back to Gusare. Now to Gasine. And Arefjeva with a scuba to Buldure. Wow. That's some crafty throwing for sure from Salaspils, and Buldure collecting another point. This game is definitely heating up, so 9-8 is the score at the moment. Grabe with the disc, getting ready to pull and try to create another defensive opportunity for Salaspils. Grabe pulling, Gulbe, first pass to Eglite. Samiete now with the disc, finally gets a break throw to Eglite, then to Kalavanova. Back to Samiete, once again to Eglite and to Samiete. Great advancing pass there. Samiete needing something but can't really find any options. Finally throws something, and Kalavanova, great grab. Not an easy take, and Gundega Pastore wide open in the end zone for an easy flat throw. Not a common thing to see, of course, indoor, but yeah, Gundega Pastore finding herself in loads of space and an easy clap catch in the end zone. For a 10-8 lead, for moments they are keeping on to their lead, but Salaspils looks like they need to go on another run to get it a little bit closer and a little bit more exciting for everyone in the arena and for every one of you watching at home. Gusare fielding the pull to Arste. Now Arefjeva to Buldure. Buldure normally doing the work in the end zone, but this time is on the receiving end and in the midfield. But looks like there was a stoppage, even though Arefjeva did get a disc in the end zone. Probably a pick, suspiciously open, is probably the call. Gusare tried to break the side to Gasine, but finds Arste instead. Arste to Gusare, high disc, and once again to Arefjeva into the end zone for a 10-9 score. Looks like Arefjeva and Buldure are the scorers of the choosing for Salaspils. I think they scored the majority of the points for the Salaspils squad, while Ogre moments I think are a little bit more distributing. Of course, got Kalavanova and Pastore I think Gulbe also scored a couple of points there, but normally Kalavano and Pastore are the ones who have the nose for the end zone. Gulbe. And the brick mark gets it to Pastore and Kalavanova for another point. Loads of celebration, of course. Great point, very quick point for Moments this time. So game to 13, most probably we are going to play a game to 13. So we've got 4 minutes on the clock, so plenty of time for both of the teams to either mount a comeback or pull ahead a little bit. Moments with the pull. Pastore sending it. Gusare is going to field that and going to get a first free pass to Arste. Arste to Buldure. Loads of pressure from Eglite. Finds Gusare. Gusare to Arste. No, to Orlovska instead. And to a person who was not looking at all at the disc, and that's another opportunity for Moments to pull one more point ahead. Pastore with the disc on the chasing catch. Eglite back to Pastore, and Pastore is asking for something as nobody is going to the zone, but Gulbe now, a far sideline to the middle to Eglite. Eglite back to Gulbe, red zone, and for Pastore, who is managing to sneak away in the end zone, and it's a game point for Moments. Loads of support for both of the teams, of course. And Ogra pulling ahead. Samieta with the pull. That pull is going to be too high. Gasin is going to call a brick. Game to 13, regardless of the result of the next points. Gasine. Fakes once, twice, gets into the end zone, and Yakovele on a chase, but too far for her to get it. And that disc is going through a hole once again over there. Yeah, we're gonna. With the disc being gobbled by the seat monster there and the floor monster. Eglite wanted to give another disc and throw that into the stands as well. Gulbe now with the long shot attempt, but Grabe saying no. Now Yakovele knocking on the doorstep, and Buldure gets open, but a little bit too late. Now Podoma with the disc to Gasina. Podoma back to Gasina. Podoma back to Gasina. Gasina with the disc, and to Buldure into the end zone. 12-10 is the score. Game to 13, regardless of the time. Great display of athleticism by both of the sides, by all of the ladies on the field. Karklinch is getting himself on the line, getting ready to pull, but no, being called out. Looks like the gender is not entirely correct, or maybe he wasn't really rostered for that particular team. Good vibes, of course, in the arena, in the Ogre arena. Now Lepine with the disc, gets it to Pastore to Eglite, finding Samiete with a break throw. Samiete into the end zone for Gulbe, and for the third place for Ogre Moments for the home team. Salaspils visibly upset, of course. Great fights, great display of athleticism, great match. Thank you to both athletes from Salaspils, Frisbija clubs, and from Ogre Moments for this great third place match. For all Latvian showdown. Next up, we are going to have the third place match for you. Viksafjors, apologies, with 6 players are going to take on Vorai in the bronze medal match in the men's division. Stay tuned with Rigas Rudens 2024. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be an exciting games with the closing stages of the tournament. Thank you for listening, and see you on the other side.